Hello, and welcome back to our virtual garden classroom. Today, my friends and I from STU will be talking about the importance of insects and how they're important to our daily lives. The video mentioned entomology. Entomology is the study of insects. Studying and classifying insects like all animals allows scientists to identify the diversity of living organisms, many of which are yet to be discovered. I remember in 5th grade, we had a field trip to San Jose Museum, and the guide showed us the Board of Entomology. I was amazed by how many types of insects there were in the world. I even held an insect in my hand. Can you guess which insect this is?
So we just covered a lot about insects, and now it's time to tie them back to our gardens. So how do they tie back to our gardens? Well, one very important thing to know is that certain insects are actually very helpful in the garden. Ladybugs themselves are actually great examples. Along with their unique color and appearance, they are actually the guardians of our plants. I remember the time when I was in the 4th grade, we had a lot of issues with our plants. And what we identified is this was due to an aphid infestation. Aphids are known as these tiny little green plant damaging bugs that cause certain problems within a plant. So what we did is we brought a bunch of ladybugs and we introduced them to our garden. And after a few weeks, we noticed these results that less plants were actually affected by aphids. This is because ladybugs eat aphids, and they are the protectors of our garden. So it's very important to know that along with plants themselves, we also have insects that play a role in our garden.
Another way that insects are super important in the garden is that they help with pollination, which lets flowers make more flowers. I remember a time when I was in my backyard garden with my mom, and we saw bees flying from flower to flower. These bees were collecting nectar and pollen to eat, but were also spreading pollen from flower to flower, which allowed them to grow. Without the bees, our garden would never have grown to be as big and pretty as it is. Those bees were very important.
Hello, my name is Diego. Do you remember when the video talked about metamorphosis? Metamorphosis is a process through which insects develop, grow, and change form. When the video talks about this, it reminded me of when I was in the 3rd grade and my class had a butterfly garden. Our teacher brought in the butterflies when they were in the caterpillar stage, like the one to my right. Over the next 2 weeks of class, we watched the caterpillars turn into butterflies. First, we saw the baby caterpillar turn into a green pupa, like the one to my right. After a couple of days, the pupa turned clear, like the one on my left. Then, the butterflies hatched, like the one on my left. When the butterflies were strong enough, we released them into open air so they could help pollinate plants while living their lives. It was so cool to see the process of how butterflies grow up. Thank you for joining our virtual garden classroom. We hope you keep these ideas with you as you explore the world, maybe even next time you see a bug. Take care. Bye.